afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the 7th and final round of the ESR Sunday and Chill series with DTM92. Today, we are finding ourselves at Oschersleben, Motorsport Arena Oschersleben. I am Cole McRae. That is Matt Higgs, who will now present to us his chosen name of the day.
Just Matt Higgs. I feel like being original.
Matt Higgs? Wow,
Or would you rather me
disappointed.
choose
No, I'm just
Xmas
kidding.
Jackson Flaxen Waxen?
I think you used that one with Mid-Ohio, right? You had that one in there somewhere.
And SUs.
Oh, well, I mean, yeah, obviously in NSUs. I remember you using it this season. Oh, well. Doesn't really matter. Welcome, everyone. This is our final round. As I said earlier, we have a moderate-sized field, 14 cars. Some returning heroes. We have Pavel Stopinski, Steve Davidson, and some long-running
Ivan Rizov,
dudes.
our Macedonian friend.
Yes, indeed. We have
A Sherman.
Monsieur Spriggs, DeRoche, Edmonds, all those dudes.
And the Mighty Ford in 4th place.
Yes, Mauricio Delgado. So Serge Hendricks is notably absent from this race. In his place is nobody. Also notable absent.
James Butler.
James Butler. I was gonna say Josiah Jerome, or no, not Josiah Jerome. Who is always in the Audi?
James Butler.
Is it James Butler?
Yeah, James Butler's frequent. Oh no, it's just I think it's Josiah Jerome in the Audi who's winning.
Well, I wanted to say Josiah Jerome, but oh yeah, it's been Josiah because I was just looking at the scoring sheet, and the last race he was there, but many other races he wasn't, and then that makes sense. That checks out. So yeah, that's where we are. We just got done with qualifying for round 1. As always, this will be a lovely 3-race series, 10 minutes each, with a reverse 8 finishing, I believe, going to form the top 8 of the next race. So our qualifying results, because I didn't quite read them or get to them fast enough, we have John Spriggs. There's something going on with my computer here.
What are you talking about?
Well, it's very interesting because I got the qualifying results, but they keep scrolling out, so I can't see them.
That's
Anyway,
weird.
I just kind of forced them. We got John Spriggs, Richard DeRoche, Martin Edmonds, Mauricio Delgado, Eric S., Pavel Stopinski, Steve Davidson, Andre Pimentel, Ivan Rizal, Sebastian Prinz, Scott Nick, Takahita Maroka, David Feit, Andre Sherman, and Juan Leonardo Solaga Lopez. Wow, that's a long name there. And the red lights are flashing. When is it going to go green? That will be now. Sorry, I jumped the gun a little bit. Sorry, I'm just so excited. And off we are. Looks like we got a couple of non-starts. Looks like 2 last-minute joiners, Speed and Lincina. Wonder what happened there. Martin Edmonds dives hard under John Spriggs into turn 1. John tries to get it back, but Martin covers the inside. Eric S. Good start. Made one position up on Mauricio Delgado up into 4th, and now another up into Eric S. Or up into 3rd place. I mean, coming into the turn 2. Now Oschersleben's a not particularly wide track. That's Sebastian Prinz off in the background.
That's fortunate for
Not a good
Sebastian.
start for the man. And while Serge Hendricks is not here, it looks like David Feit is doing the Mustang name proud, clawing up 3 positions. Oh no! Martin Edmonds, a little antsy on the accelerator and through the hairpin, and that is off track and into the wall. That is not a happy-looking Mercedes or BMW if I've ever seen one.
That is a really rough-looking BMW.
And with that, John Spriggs ends up back in pole position.
Martin.
Poor Martin. Oh no, Eric S. goes two-wheeling! Whoa, what a fantastic recovery! Wow, that was awesome!
That was
holy
fantastic.
Crap, that was amazing. I had flashbacks to a Nürburgring with the NSUs.
Oh, that was fun.
That was amazing. Oh wow, perfection. Very good, man. Have you ever considered trying to take up the mantle Evil Knievel?
Where was it? It was NSU's at that. What was the one track for the Sunday and Chill series? It was And it was a variety of cars at this one circuit.
I'm sorry, I'm not entirely sure what you mean. Like, what are you talking? What are you
In race
specifically thinking
room,
about?
it was NSU's there, and I managed to flip it. Oh no,
Oh
David
no,
Feet.
David Fight goes around. Look, that looks to
Defeat or
be in
fight?
the. I assume it's Fight, but I don't know.
Rick S still in
You
fourth
say feet,
place.
I'll say Fight, so that way we cover all our bases.
All right, sounds good.
I remember at Spielberg, the first race of the NSU series, we had a bunch of people
Yeah, Travis Wallace, didn't he flip?
roll. Travis Wallace rolled, I believe. Takahita also did, one of our returning champions. But I was specifically referring to the moment where I was absolutely two-wheeling for like 4 seconds at Nürburgring in the NSU Sunday
I
and Chill
remember
series. That was glorious. I was wearing VR when I did that too, so it was very terrifying, shall we say. It looks like
Was I in that race?
I don't believe so.
Was it Richard
Whoa!
DeBrushi?
Richard DeRushi gets really close to tapping that ass of John Spriggs.
I mean, I'd love to. Look at that BMW.
Richard got a holding on in 3rd place. You know, I kind of didn't expect that. Oschersleben has a lot of really long straights, but cut up by abrupt chicanes and little other turns. So that doesn't seem
He's
to
making
be.
it work.
Yeah, he's making it work. I wouldn't call that a winning formula with that Mustang, but you know, it seems he's making it work, as you said.
Look at that! Look at that Mustang. Feels so good looking.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, unfortunately, David Fight is finding himself in nearly, if not last place. Can't exactly be sure. I'm not sure if he retired or not, but
I don't think he's retired yet. I think they're just a lap down. Oh no, Mauricio.
meanwhile, we're looking at Pavel Stapinski, who's tracking down Steve Davidson. Or no, sorry, that's Andre Pimentel. Ivan Rizov going around the inside of Takahita Maruoka.
There he goes. Taking 8th place.
The Canadian taking a very conservative line, not defending very hard. That's not something I expected. Not that he's been the most aggressive driver ever, but he's not generally one to give up positions that easily.
Oh, were you at the NSU Fun Series at Brands Hatch?
I don't think so, but I do remember commentating on it. The one where you were stuck in the dirt for like 3 laps?
No, more like 5. It was
Okay.
stupid.
It's okay, Josiah Jerome feels your pain.
At least someone does. Here goes Mauricio lurking in the background.
Mauricio, as I proved me wrong, as I said before, he appears to be struggling a little bit now. Maybe the Mustang wasn't hooking up so well.
You gotta
Andre
stop jinxing
Pimentel
him, Cole.
demolishing some outside corner bollards there. Looks like John Spriggs is having some trouble maintaining tight control over that BMW of his. Or maybe he's just being extra stylish, a la Travis Wallace or Tyler Regelli. So as I mentioned before, this is the last race of the season, or last episode, race weekend, shall we say, of the series. So it all kind of comes down to this round, is what I meant. And unfortunately, as we're doing this commentary in post, unfortunately, I do not have the ability to view the standings as they were before this race, but I can say that it is definitely less. It's more of contention than I thought it was gonna be. It's John Spriggs is definitely leading, but definitely has plenty to lose. What with all the other drivers right behind him.
Let's see what. I'm trying to figure out what turn they're in. Oh, that's a triple left-hander. I know where they are. Just going to turn 7 here. The turn 8 chicane looks fun.
It is. You know, Oschersleben is one of those tracks that it never really stuck out to me until I started driving. I was like, you know, this is a fun track. Due in part to its accessible, flat nature, but also it's deceptively tricky. It's got a lot of not particularly intuitive corners. This can catch you out a lot, like this one there. I believe that's Almond Curve. Is very tricky.
Yes, you're right. It is almond curve. This is.
I first discovered this track playing Race 07 back in the day.
Race 07. What's that? From like 1995?
No, it's 2007.
I thought you were older than that.
I am older than that. But anyway, that's actually fun fact. That game was published by the same publishers and developers as Racerman, this game we're using now. Simbin Studios. Little Swedish outfit. And
Really? Simbin is Swedish?
yeah.
Lame.
Lame. How dare you diss our Swedish overlords.
This is Mass Roderick? No, this is the triple left-hander, isn't it? Oh my
wow,
god!
Oh wow, that is a car. That's Steve Davidson.
Steve Davidson
going for a huge tumble.
multi-flips.
Wow, that was spectacular to say the least. I can't foresee him holding position after that.
Do we race NSUs here?
I think we might have to if we ever go back to NSUs. Those curbs are indeed brutal. I don't remember them being quite that destructive, though. It appears his car did not suffer that much damage, but it's hard to believe that he suffered none. I mean, with only 44 seconds left in the race, though, the choice to go in would perhaps be a foolhardy one. You can see that gap back from Richard DeRoche to Mauricio Delgado has widened considerably. Not enough to allow Eric S. to catch up at all.
Oh, that's a bit track limits.
Yeah, track limits, schmack schmimits. And sure enough, Steve Davidson falls to 14th place. I wonder if he might have actually suffered heavy damage. It's Pavel Stopinski in turn 2 goes spinning. Looks like he got a little bit of lift off oversteer.
Very dangerous there.
Yep. And looks like Pavel Stopinski collected Ivan Rizov as well.
Oh no, Ivan.
Not entirely sure how that happened. I didn't see anyone next to him, but.
Oh, looks like he's still low riled from the collision.
Oh yeah, you know what? That could be right. Richard DeRoche still trying to track down John Spriggs, who has maintained a lead but not gotten any larger of one since we saw him last. Sebastian Prinz trying to make a move desperately around Martin Edmonds, just getting past Takahita Muraoka. The BMW of Edmonds is definitely seen better days, but it looks like Prinz is having a hard time putting down the power. He runs very wide into triple corner.
Those battles right in front of them, they might be able to catch him.
It seems possible. Scott Nick making a move on that looked like a back marker there. Richard DeRoche trying to catch up to John Spriggs, but it's not going to happen.
John Spriggs is in another league.
Checkered flag waving. Not sure about that. He's definitely done well for himself. It was a interesting maneuver that Martin made around him, and it would have worked if it weren't for maybe overcooking his tires slightly, or maybe just
Martin had it. Martin was in the lead there at the beginning. I guess he made a mistake, cost him it.
Yeah, I mean, it was a bold move he made to be sure, but you know, it worked out for at least a little bit. Here we go, Martin Edmonds making his way up to 9th. So all in all, a not bad race.
When was the NSUs? Was it Sundays? Or Tuesdays? Tuesday nights NSUs. That sounds right. The NSUs were on Tuesdays, weren't they?
I thought those were also Sundays. Oh, you know what? No, those are Tuesdays. You're right. You're right. They were Tuesdays. Oh,
Remember
whoa! And we see
Bouncy?
a Audi. I believe that's Lopez going off.
Wow, John
Scary.
Spriggs wins the race. Wow.
Yeah, John Spriggs wins the race. So with that, our first results are as follows. We
Oh,
have.
Steve Davidson DNF'd.
Oh yeah, you're right.
So did
Maybe
David fight.
maybe he succumbed to that damage.
Or
So,
maybe he
race
just
1
gave
results:
up.
John Spriggs, Richard DeRoche, Mauricio Delgado, Eric S., Andre Pimentel, Pavel Stupinski, Scott Nick, Ivan Rizov, Martin Edmonds, Sebastian Prince, Takahita Maruoka, Sherman Lopez, Davidson, Speed, Fight, and Lencina. So, John Spriggs is doing well for himself, trying to secure up that championship. I believe DeRoche is in contention at this point. I'm not 100% certain because I'm unable to see the concrete results. But anyway, we shall see what happens. Ivan Rizov starts in the pole, followed by Scott Nick and Pavel Stupinski as we engage in race 2.
Oh, Martin Edmonds
And
just
there we
outside
go.
of the reverse grid.
Yep.
Audi to the lead.
So Eric S. rockets up into first place. That is not unexpected with the Audi and its all-wheel drive. Mauricio Delgado gets a fantastic start. They're rocketing up to third. That Mustang able to put down the power on the launch very effectively, it seems.
Oh,
Ivan Rizov,
definitely.
meanwhile, falls down past Scott Nick into fourth. Pavel Stupinski doing likewise to fifth. Takahita Maruoka gained a spot up from Sebastian Prince. And looks like Richard DeRoche will take another spot from Ivan Rizov, and Pimentel and Spriggs will do the same. Edmonds
Wow,
follows.
Richard
Ivan
Durushi
Rizov
is
is
really making some
falling through
ground
the
over.
ranks. Oh
Oh
no,
no!
that's
L
Lopez, I believe.
No, that's
Leonardo
Leonardo.
Solaga Lopez.
God damn it, race
Okay.
room.
I mean, hey, let me ask you how you would fit all those names into one. Uh-oh. That looks like Takahita Maruoka going off.
Shorten it.
Nope, it was Pavel Stupinski.
Nah, that's unfortunate for Pavel. He's doing so well.
Yeah, he was finishing well in the first race, but looks like that's going to be a little bit harder this one. Mauricio
Or maybe you can
Delgado
get,
up into second.
maybe you can get lucky.
It certainly wouldn't hurt at all. So
Right, Evans up to 7th place.
John Spriggs trying to regain his momentum. Is up into
Pimentel.
fifth, getting past Pimentel without too much trouble. He's gonna have quite a battle for him. S and Delgado are duking it out several seconds ahead, but it's not unheard of to see him come through.
Ooh, Scott Nick up there in 3rd place. Good for him.
Yeah, it seems so. Richard DeRoche trying to get past Scott. Looks like he's gonna go on the inside of the triple corners.
For a second, I'm like, that doesn't sound like a BMW.
It's because it's not.
I mean, I thought it was Mauricio, so I was like, that doesn't sound like a Mustang.
No. John Spriggs trying to go around the outside of Richard DeRoche. A very bold maneuver that doesn't end up paying off. Trying to get a cutback for the chicane, but that's also a dangerous move.
That's a very tight
Pimentel
chicane.
is licking his lips as John Spriggs makes some questionable maneuvers and costs himself a little bit of time.
I guarantee you, every single guy in this pack is hoping for the other guy to make a mistake and take the guys out in front.
I mean, I'd be lying if I wasn't wishing that every single race I was ever in. It's a nice fantasy to have. I mean, it's not one you should kind of rely on, but you know, never hurts to hope.
I mean, you can make a fantasy come true.
Not legally, but yeah.
Oh
if you
no,
throw the
I
rules out
have
the
no
window.
brakes. My brake pedal's not working.
Oh man, someone cut my brake lines. Oh, I got a foot cramp. Oh, I can't reach the brake pedal. Ooh, Martin Edmonds hard on the brakes into turn 1 and 2. Cuts it very hard. He's gonna struggle on the run out of 2. Pimentel is gaining a little bit of time, it seems.
Oh, John Spriggs really pressuring Richard Rushi for 3rd place. I have Scott Nick.
Scott Nick has fallen in 8th. Looks like he might have had a spin of some sort. Only lost a couple of seconds, so maybe it was just an off.
Fortunately for him, if it wasn't off, it's good for him.
The Richard DeRoche is doing well to hold up John Spriggs.
I don't know why, but the V8 in that Audi sounds like an inline 5.
Yeah, you know, it kind of does. Maybe it's a combination of the high revving 4 cylinders in the back combined with the lower, growlier V8 up front. Maybe it kind of like meshes together to make that sounding. John Spriggs getting on a little bit of tricycle action in there. It is unstable in that section, to be sure.
Ooh, this gives me a headache, this cam. So jerky.
It's a little jerky. Well, John Spriggs, being an Englishman, definitely has a little bit of latency to deal with.
Man, they're close. Nothing
Desperately
between
trying
them.
to find a way around DeRoche, his BMW counterpart. But it seems like it's not going to be that easy. As I said earlier, Oschersleben is a tight course and not a lot of room off the racing line that you can use to pressure an opponent with.
Pick that up. Martin Edmonds up to 5th place.
Wow, John Spriggs makes a deep dive past Richard DeRoche, and it connects though. I wish you could have seen that maneuver. We got to see kind of the tail end of it.
Luckily, they don't connect.
Yeah, I kind of am curious how that maneuver worked out, because...
Oh, I just noticed. John Spriggs passed.
David Davidson's still carrying the battle scars. Wait, did he have another wreck this race?
I think it repairs you, so I think he had another wreck.
Oh no. Poor Steve. 2 races in a row, not in his favor.
And maybe Steve should do some gaffer tape.
Cutting the chicane a little bit.
That's all good.
Why not? Rules are there to be broken. Wait.
Exactly.
Looks like Prinz is gonna have a move. Oh, gives him a tap. Goes sliding. I think that's gonna be it for Prinz. It didn't look like he was gonna recover that.
That's pretty mean. I'd be a little.
Yeah, he spun. Looks like he might have taken out Takahito Maroka as well.
God, Taka's not having a very good day here.
It is a story of luck and unluck, shall we say, today. Takahito Maroka, Steve Davidson, Pavel Stupinski, all getting a little bit of a shaft today. Meanwhile, John Spriggs, Mircea Delgado.
Oh no. Mircea Delgado better hurry up.
Oh yeah, John Spriggs making horrific time up on the Mustang.
John Spriggs be like, I'm about to end this man's whole career.
Dive into turn 5, I see. Meanwhile, Takahito Maroka and Sebastian Prinz find themselves in the last place of running. Although Taka looks to have made a move, just now taking the position of 12th. John Spriggs making a move on Mircea Delgado. We don't get to see it, but it's happening. Mircea Delgado looks to have spun or made some terrible mistake. Has fallen to 4th place from 2nd. We can see in the distance there the twin BMWs of Richard DeRoche and John Spriggs.
For a second, I was like, where are you seeing this? And I realized you were looking at the scoreboard.
Yeah. That's the nice thing about this game, is that the scoreboard is actually updated every few seconds rather than once or than 3 times a lap.
But it's a little inconvenient.
That Mustang gave me a little bit of raised arm hairs, a little bit of goosebumps. John Spriggs doing the deja vu thing, a little bit of Eurobeat in his veins.
I think he's channeling his inner Tyler Gelly.
Matt, you literally took the words right out of my mouth. That's exactly what I was gonna say.
Hell yeah.
Very nice, my friend.
Bouncy, bouncy.
I did not expect that reference, but I'm glad you made it.
Oh, we were talking about NSUs earlier, so I figured it was appropriate.
No one's gonna recognize that, but I appreciate it. Uh-oh, Martin Edmonds! Going sliding. Nom, nom. Going sliding around the first of I guess that's like a. Is that really a hairpin? I don't know. Well, it's a U-turn. Losing not only 5th to Ivan Rizov, but also 6th to Andre Pimentel.
Well, all that work that Martin Edmonds gained in the past whole like 9 minutes, he just did it with that little move.
Yeah, well, it can end that quickly. It is not at all unheard of for someone to make a mistake and be punished dearly for it. Meanwhile, Andre Pimentel is applying gobs and gobs of pressure to Ivan Rizov as they enter the last lap.
Come on, Andre, take the inside line.
He wants to. You can see he made a little dive move. Looks like Ivan outbroke himself slightly into turn 3. That could be the ticket.
I really hope Eric S can hold on here. Hopefully Richard can pressure him.
Could be. John Spriggs is not, I wouldn't call that within striking distance, but it's not unheard of to be able to have someone either make a mistake or make a move that deep. He's going to have to plan it very carefully, though, because that Audi is a rocket out of straights, and so seeing as the finish line is in the middle of a straight, that kind of gives Eric S the advantage.
Oh, they're close.
But as I say that, John Spriggs narrowing the time to within 0.2 of a second. John Spriggs applying more and more pressure to Eric S, but DeRoche is doing the same to Spriggs. Looks like Spriggs got a little bit unsettled in that chicane there.
I wonder how many buttons on his wheel John Spriggs is pressing.
Probably all of them. He's probably just smashing it. Richard DeRoche has a mini dive in the last corner.
Oh,
Isn't able to apply
that was more of a
pressure.
half dive.
Pimentel goes into 5th as Ivan Rizov spins off into the last chicane there. Looks like our final order is Eric S, John Spriggs, and Richard DeRoche in that first battle. Paolo Stupinski doing battle with Steve Davidson, makes a successful pass, but gets sideways. Oh, and it has a tank slapper and spins. Oh no. And Steve Davidson takes back 9th place.
I have to say, I'm very impressed with Eric S in his victory today. Well done to him.
Yeah, well done indeed. I mean, it's not to say that it's, you know, ever easy to work under such high pressure conditions, but he did, you know, remain relatively cool with the twin BMWs of John Spriggs and Richard DeRoche.
Well, yeah, two of the
looking up
fastest
his
guys.
bumper.
I'd be nervous.
I mean, clearly, I mean, they were like 7 seconds behind at the beginning of the race and just devoured that up once they got past Pimentel and Delgado. There's our order for race 2. Eric S, John Spriggs, Richard DeRoche, Mauricio Delgado, Andre Pimentel, Ivan Rizov, Martin Edmonds, Scott Nix, Steve Davidson, Pavel Stupinski, I know this one, Andre Sherman, Takahita Marueka, Sebastian Prinz, and that is it for the top 15.
Nice. Very well done.
So this sets us up for the very final race of this season of the DTM92 and Chill.
Oh, I'm gonna cry.
It's a tragedy. However, we are starting next season of the DTM95 and Chill, I believe. Very shortly. Either that or it's just going to be a different series in general. But
No,
if
I think
it's not...
DTM95.
What's that?
I think it's DTM95.
No, right. I was just wondering about the format, if it's going to be and Chill or a completely different series.
I think it should be in Chill. It's popular. People like just relaxing on Sunday nights.
Yeah, I must agree. Meanwhile, we're starting up for race 3. Scott Nick, Martin Edmonds, Ivan Rizov on the top 3. And green flags are waving. Here we go for the final round. Mauricio Delgado making up a couple positions. Martin Edmonds getting up. Eric S rocketing into 4th place, followed by Richard DeRoche. And Eric S is into 2nd place before turn 1.
See if he can make a runaway here.
Scott Nick makes a desperate claim to try and hold on to 4th place. Already starting to fall into positions slip past him, not getting a very good start as it seems. Mauricio Delgado's trying to make a run on the outside, but that wide Mustang is having a hard time with this thin track it seems. Eric, I guess, gets touched a little bit by Richard DeRoche, but that four-wheel drive
no.
Audi is able to apply power
There's
and
no Richard
understeer.
DeRoche is there.
Yeah, it
Eric
seems
S.
like it.
better hope he doesn't get too close because Richard DeRoche is no slouch.
Whoa!
You know how good he is.
Eric S. hits one of the curves and unsettles the car, but the all-wheel drive looks to have saved him there. Richard DeRoche trying to make a move. That nimble BMW is better on some of these corners than the large V8 Audi. Wow! Looks like Martin Emmons struggled on the exit of that turn.
There he goes.
Eric S. side by side, able to make full advantage of the extra traction. Mauricio Delgado's looking to do the same thing with Scott Nick, going on the inside of the second chicane. Falling to the outside on the cutback, it's not going to connect. Meanwhile, Eric S. has gotten by Martin Emmons successfully, and Richard DeRoche looks to do the same thing around the last corner. It's not going to hold though.
Oh no, Eric S.
Oh no, Eric S. goes into a tank slapper around the last corner and slides and smashes into the wall.
Oh
no,
no.
it rejoins the track. Scott Nick gets collected. Oh, look, that looks like Steve Davidson. Oh, what a disaster.
Oh my god, what the hell just happened there?
John Spriggs collected as well. Nope, just kidding, not John Spriggs. All of the Mercedes were collected in that. Oh no.
My god.
Who paid off Eric S. to take out all of the Mercedes in one turn?
Definitely Martin Emmons.
It might have been. Mauricio Delgado narrowly avoids disaster. Remains up in third place. It might end up being a good day for Mauricio yet. What a tragedy. Richard DeRoche still hard applying pressure on Martin Emmons, trying to get him to make a mistake. He clearly wants this.
Oh, he definitely is. He's all over Martin Emmons.
Two very even drivers, but it looks like Martin Emmons might have been frazzled a little bit by that encounter with S.
I don't think he's frazzled. I just think that Richard's just... he's on fire.
Richard making a tiny dive into the second chicane. On fire, you are right. Regardless of the circumstances, looks like he's going to make a dive on the outside of the second to last corner.
Not gonna work.
A little tap. Martin Emmons goes sliding. He struggles to regain traction. Looks like DeRoche is going to take first place. Can he maintain it? It looks like probably. And he's still putting time, so that's a successful maneuver. Andre Sherman goes wide into the last corner, allowing Ivan Rizov to take 8th place. So Ivan Rizov is now the top Mercedes in our group. After that absolute bloodbath that was that last lap.
BMW, BMW, Ford, BMW, 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 Mercedes.
Yep.
Oh, Eric S. retired.
I believe it.
Well, that's fortunate,
that Audi
but
was not a happy-looking car, I'll say.
he had a lot of collisions.
Steve Davidson at the back of the BMWs made a move on Takahita Maruoka a while ago. Got past him. Looks like DeRoche is putting even more time on Edmonds. Almost up to a second by now. Mauricio Delgado likewise appears to be struggling as Edmonds is pulling away from him. Don Spriggs seems to have taken quite a bit of damage to his BMW, although the raw speed he's able to carry is making up for it.
John Spriggs get caught up in that?
I don't think so. He's only 2 seconds behind Mauricio. It's perfectly possible he got involved in a different sort of accident that we weren't able to see. Getting past Pavel Stupinski, who also appears to be damaged. And Steve Davidson, who, if I'm not mistaken, is damaged as well. So it's the three hobbling BMWs trying desperately to gain any ground on the leaders. I'd be lying if I said they weren't facing an uphill battle. Yeah, that was last lap. Paul Stupinski and Steve Davidson both going very sketchy slidey around turn 2.
There's our lead Mercedes. And Rizov chasing down Takahide if he was on the track.
Yeah, it looks like Looks like that's the case, although he goes a bit wide after turn 2. Takahide is not having a great day. He, even with his apparently like surviving and not damaged BMW, he's still struggling to get away from Ivan Rizov.
We know what Ivan Rizov is capable of.
A solid driver, to be sure.
Here you go, John Sprague's still hunting on Mauricio Delgado, even with the front end damage.
Yeah, I do wonder aloud how much damage that actually is. Racestream has struggled in the past with accurately reflecting damage and or the lack thereof, so it is possible that it looks worse than it is. Oh yeah, you can see the speed difference in the last corner between the BMW and the Mustang there. Meanwhile, Ivan with a rocket of a dive into the second last corner, past Takahide Maruoka. Looks like Andre Pimentel is trying to do the same thing, but doesn't quite get the run up. He's alongside as they go past the start-finish line, and it looks like that'll be his
Taka does
place.
have the inside. Although, if Ivan Rizov can stick around the... was that Pimentel?
Looks like it. And something happened to Martin Edmonds. He fell 3 seconds, or 2 seconds rather.
Oh, Martin.
And is now within firing distance of Mauricio Delgado in the Mustang.
He probably just spun.
I mean, it's certainly possible. These cars being softer than some of the other ones we raced is both a blessing and a curse on a track like this, because while the bumps are numerous and the curbs are pretty brutal, and the soft suspension can do a lot to soak that up and make it livable. Unfortunately, it also means that in the trickier, less intuitive chicanes and less intuitive corners, that it can mean the car can be upset and engage in a tank slapper more quickly than you would expect. That's probably the reason why we're seeing so many accidents happen currently. Martin is going very wide into the second last corner. Mauricio Delgado capitalizing on that, getting right in behind him. Not enough to make a pass. It looks like he exhausted a little bit of his attempt as John Spriggs catches up. Ivan Rizov spins, and I believe that's hotel corner. Not entirely sure though. And he falls from being the top Mercedes, ceding the position to Andre Pimentel and Takahide Maruoka. Mauricio Delgado hot on the tail of Martin Edmonds, goes a little wide. Ivan Rizov flips.
Ivan Rizov, that was a surprise.
What happened there? Not entirely sure. Mauricio is desperately trying to find a way past Martin Edmonds in any way he can. Edmonds appears to be continually struggling with the balance of the car, and Mauricio knows it. Unfortunately, John Spriggs is piling on the pressure. Makes a dive to the inside. Oh, can't do it in time for triple corner. Martin Edmonds is wise to defend there, upsetting Mauricio and forcing him to take an awkward line, which causes him to lose some time. John Spriggs still waiting for his moment in the background.
Jeff.
Oh no, Mauricio hits a curb on the chicane, upsetting the car and forcing him to go off track. Luckily he collects it.
Oh, Mauricio,
doesn't have any damage.
There.
However, that causes John Spriggs to get by.
Now it's Martin Evans versus DeRouche and John
I think DeRouche
Spriggs.
is out of there. In the last lap, he's put almost 1.5 seconds on Martin Edmonds. Mauricio Delgado has forced to cut the second chicane. Looks like he broke himself. Pavel Stopinski is now within spitting distance. Although Mauricio isn't losing that much time with these excursions, so it's totally possible that he makes it back in the last lap somehow. Oh, just kidding! A little power on oversteer, and in the last corner, Mauricio Delgado goes flying into the wall. Pavel Stopinski picks up 4th place from Mauricio. What is the damage on that Mustang like? That can't be good for Mauricio. Meanwhile, John Spriggs has less than half a second up to Martin Edmonds. This is our last lap. Richard DeRoche's got this on lock unless something unforeseen happens.
Can Martin hold up? I guess
Martin
we'll
goes
out.
sliding. John goes sliding. John gets to hooked up. John hooks back up first though. Makes a really, really bold move on the inside. Martin Edmonds closes the door. John still tries to go for the pass and it doesn't work. That was a little bit risky.
Oh, he's itching to get fast. You can tell in his driving style.
No, Martin Edmonds goes wide into the hairpin there. There's a bunch of weird maneuvers being thrown here as they come onto this this back straight. Looks like Mauricio is applying a little bit of pressure to Pavel Stopinski still. John Spriggs brakes later than Edmonds, but it's not enough to get by. He gets a little bit squirrely on the exit.
Guys, it's both team BMWs. What are you guys doing?
I know John Spriggs giving it every last bit of power he can as early as he can. Martin Edmonds goes a little bit sliding and outbrakes himself slightly in the last turn. John Spriggs connects. He's got a little bit of a run, but will it be enough? I don't think so. That is the checkered
close.
flag. Very close. Mauricio
Close as
Delgado
hell.
finishes 5th, Pavel Stopinski 4th, and John Spriggs 3rd.
Andre Pimentel coming home in 7th place. Good
All
job to him.
All I can say is what a finish.
Oh, that was intense.
That last lap was intense. Oh my gosh, I can hardly stay on my seat here. So many stricken Mercedes, a few stricken BMWs, and one stricken Mustang. This last round of this last race of the last round of this ESR Sunday and Chill series with DTM92 has been a bloodbath, to say the least.
It's been a
Sebastian
blast.
Prinz, yeah, in more ways than one. Sebastian Prinz goes spinning in the second chicane, and that is it. Our final race ends as follows: Richard DeRoche in 1st place with a best lap of 1:31.879. Martin Edmonds falling close behind in 2nd, and John Spriggs, Pavel Stopinski, Mauricio Delgado, Scott Davidson, Andre Pimentel, Takahito Maruka, Andre Sherman, Scott Nick, Sebastian Prinz, Ivan Rizov, Eric S., and our last DNFs, Juan Lopez, Eric Speed. Not entirely sure what his name is there, but Speed, David Fight, and Lynn Cena, rounding out the top 17 of this race.
And we lost 5. That's unfortunate.
And we did lose some, but with that, the final championship results are as follows: John Spriggs in the BMW M3 clenching the victory by 15 points, 298 points over Martin Edmonds in 2nd with 283. Mauricio Delgado, wouldn't say he's the underdog, but definitely had to overcome some challenges in our top non-BMW entrant in the Mustang DTM. 234 points. Congrats, Mauricio, on 3rd place. Glenn Cabus in the BMW with 188.
Oh yeah, he wasn't there either.
Narrowly edging out Richard DeRoche with 186. Only 2 points separating them. Scott Nick in 6th with 172 in our top Mercedes spot. Steve Davidson in 145 in 7th place. Takahito Maruka holding on to 8th. Ivan Rizov really close to getting him in 9th. And Josiah Jerome rounding out the top 10 with 105 points. And our top Audi. So
who was the top Audi?
What's that?
Who was the top Audi?
Josiah Jerome.
Way
to go, Josiah. So that is it. That is our final race of the DTM92 season. What a rush. Man, I don't think we could have ended that in any better way than we currently did. Oh, that is I mean, I'm shaking. It was intense. Well, there's no word yet on exactly what we're going to replace this with. It's possible that the DTM95 series will do that, but I don't have that information quite yet. It's not labeled an and chill series, so I'm inclined to believe it's not. But
maybe not be finalized yet.
It's possible. It's just labeled as spring series. The inaugural round is on March 21st, so it is a Sunday race. So it looks like this will be, yep, no, it is Sunday and Chill, DTM95. So that is a spec series for the Mercedes C-Class DTM. Traction control. Boo. That's okay. This will be a shorter series than most, running at Hockenheim Ring, Norris Ring, Oschersleben, and Nürburgring. Looks like we got 2 races on the last day on April 11th. But anyway, that series starts March 28th with a test on March 21st. So look for that. I'm going to try and jump on that because that seems like it'll be intense. I've never seen these new DTM 95s run before. Should be interesting.
I am not. Should be fun.
Meanwhile, that has been our final race of the season. If you liked what you saw, visit us, esr-race.org, Echo Sierra Romeo, Eat Sleep Race. We have a Discord. We love chatting with all y'all, sharing setups, just engaging. We've got a lot of new members recently, and ranging from people who have been in sim racing for years to those who are just starting out. We accept all with welcome. We welcome them all with open arms. I'll get that right one day, and hope maybe that you become one of them. We'll certainly enjoy your company. Anyhow, I am Cole McRae. That's Matt Higgs. Anything
Yes, sir.
last to say, Mr. Higgs?
I'd love to see you guys in the next series.
Do it. Please do it.
Please, I
I'll
beg
be
you.
sad. I'll be sad if you don't.
Will too.
I know. But anyway, we'll see you all next time. Hopefully in a couple of weeks. I also commentate on the Sunday series we do on ACC. So if you watch that, I'll see you then. But if you don't, till then, like, subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye.